You know who ShY Bri is, Ocho?
ShY Bri? Who that is, Coach?
Yeah. How I do it. How I do
hey,
it.
Scott, I mean, who is that? Who is that? Help me out.
You know what I'm saying? She little something. She might be famous for vertical activity that she's good at.
Oh, she a hooper?
Oh, yeah.
Who she play for? Who she play for?
She got her own little thing,
Huh?
Man, y'all. Man, y'all need to stop, man. Y'all need to stop. Y'all be on that bull jive, man.
Hold on. Who she play for?
Back in the day, she could have been on my team.
She played for on her back.
I didn't want to get with a white woman because I was scared she might have me running down the street like Jonathan Majors.
There you go. See, come on, cat.
Not because I didn't like white women. I think white women are as great as any other women. But I'm not going to act like I'm not scared of them. I have a reason to be scared. You could be Kang the Conqueror, and they could take your rabbit ass down in 2 weekends. And that's the truth of the matter. So I stayed away from that.
You see Jonathan Majors, what he went through, Marvel dropped him as soon as the conviction came out.
Oh, they talk to us. How this dating thing? Because it's different now than when you and I.
It's different, baby. I'm grateful I'm not 56 and trying.
Are you trying to say what you trying to say?
I'm looking right at you.
I know you looking at your.
I ain't backing down. You better take your old ass and get somebody to love you.
Damn, Mo.
Now I'm looking right at y'all. Let me tell y'all what ShannoN needs.
Let me
tell you what my baby need. He need him an old fat gal who can bake good cakes, make some smothered turkey wings, who gonna rub his feet at the nighttime, okay, and gonna have a sip of his cognac to make him feel better about himself when he come home at night. That's what ShannoN need. You don't need no 26-year-old girl. You don't need no 36-year-old girl. This is your auntie talking to you. Take your old ass and get you an old bitch out there that can love you old. You trying to hang out with these young bitches and you can't do it, ShannoN. You just can't do it. Damn. When they want you to go for the 4th round, you looking at her like, bitch, listen, I need you want some money.
Come on. Oh, they talk to us.
To my family, friends, supporters, and colleagues, I want to speak to you directly and from the heart. This is a shakedown. I'm going to be open, transparent, and defend myself because this isn't right. This is all being orchestrated by TonY BuzBee, who has targeted Jay-Z. TonY BuzBee targets black men, and I believe he's going to release a 30-second clip of a sex tape that tries to make me look guilty and play into every stereotype you could possibly imagine. That video should actually be 10 minutes or so. Hey, TonY, instead of releasing your edit, put the whole video out. I don't have it, or I would myself. You know what happened, and you're trying to manipulate the media. The encounter in question took place during the day at her invitation, and now that appears to be a deliberate setup, coordinated by Gabby, also known as Carly on OnlyFans. Gabby and TonY BuzBee want $50 million. What they're getting is sued for defamation and trying to take me down. My career is all about real talk and honesty. I know my family and fans. To my family, friends, supporters.
For this made smoother than your smoothest criminal. ShMo, about that money, what we get into. ShMo, about that money, get residuals. ShMo.
What it do, people? You're now tuned in.
Popovich TV. Oh yeah.
We live, we rolling, we unscripted, we authentic, that feeling. Back up in here one more again. So if it's your first time, go ahead and hit the like button, subscribe, hit the notification bell. To everybody else, you already know. TonY, there was no other way. We in the end game now. And we is in the end game, people. And we in the end game cause, funny what? 7 days could change. A stand-up ninja, now you sit down and aim. Used to have a firm grip, now you dropping names. It was all good just a week ago. So from Cat Williams to Mo, warning Shannon Sharp on Club ShY, to him roasting Stephen A on First Take talking about Lakers all day, to the accidental live with him talking about that's my Michelle, when a lot of people talking about he just covering up from being gay, to now the streetwalker and the scumbag lawyer TonY BuzBee clearly going for the money play. Oh, we're talking about Shannon Sharp, and today him stepping away from his duties at EspN in light of this situation that came out with the Streetwalker, with the Fans Only, with the Young White Joint, with the Snow Bunny, and all of the other names that we could come up with. Now it looked like Stephen A. had came out a couple of days ago, or maybe yesterday or whenever. Like, listen, I'm not the boss. It's levels to this. And even though I am the executive producer, et cetera, on First Take, even though I went and got Shannon and let him rock with me, great acquisition to the program. He like, they looking at this very seriously. They taking it very seriously, and charges and stuff like this, they don't play with. So now that it's spinning in a clip, as I like to say, and, unfortunately for Shannon, 55, 56, 54, whatever his age bracket is, he definitely spinning all over the media, and he's spinning in the clip, as I like to plainly say, and once again, for all the wrong reasons. He everything from a creep to a weirdo. He even got Jalen Rose. Shout outs to Jalen Rose, and shout outs to Detroit, who my Knicks played tonight, at Detroit, game 3, 1-1. Got his daughter coming out, calling him a weirdo. A lot of men, a lot of women, no matter the age, talking about he lacked dick discipline and whether it's morally wrong and legally it's not right or wrong. And, obviously I was going to come on and give my spill on what I think. First and foremost, I don't believe that, and if it comes out that I'm wrong, then I'll just be wrong. It won't be the first time. But I don't think he did anything wrong as far as raping you, on some lock shit. We're going to get you the Honda Civic and put the 20s on it. We'll be raking you. I don't think he did nothing like that. When you even listen to, how he said that they met, how she said, they was at the gym in Vegas and, every day, I guess they kept seeing each other. She didn't know who he was, but he was persistent. Right off the bat, you could tell that she's a bona fide liar. And this is why. If you go to the gym like me and I'm nowhere, in shape like Shannon Sharpe, even at his big old age, right? When you go to the gym, like I go to the gym, that women is, they don't even want to look at you. And if you older and without being on TV and having the blazer on and the makeup and shit, I'm sure he looks every bit of 55, 56, 57. So you mean to tell me a young brazen, like her, young, tenderoni, going to see him in the gym and he tried to holler and she didn't know who he was. And after a few tries, she finally just gave in. If you believe that I got 2 twin towers I could sell you, because that means you boo-boo the fool and you in the market of being suckered. There's no way in hell she ain't know who he was. And it ain't no way in hell that, her age at that time, I guess she was 19, some people saying 18 or what have you, still consensual in 31 states, whether you agree or you don't agree, and you can run from it, you can dread it, but destiny arrives all the same. The legal age of consent is 16. If you don't agree with that, that's cool. I'm not arguing that point because I agree as well, right? But legally, nothing is wrong until we get the laws changed and, stuff passed. That's the law. That's the legal limit. You can say, I'm throw up in my mouth and who would ever, right? But the fact is 16 is the legal age. And also in America, this is America. Don't get you to live in a police be tripping. At 18, you could be queen of the gag queens. You could be barely 18 and barely legal. Like you could be 17 today and at 12:01 be 18 and be in a big production tonight with 5 guys taking you to Pound Town. All type of jisms into the window to the wall. So let's pump the brakes on the grooming and this and that. And she was clearly seasoned. It ain't no way in the world that you thought this woman was not seasoned from the text messages, from the 25,000 for each butt cheek, for, I want your black baby and I want you to King Kong ain't got shit on me. It's clearly the long game, and if you believe that she didn't know who he was or that she was giving him the time of the day as an old guy, she was a young girl, a young woman, what have you, if you clearly haven't been to the gym. But the thing is, do you believe that it's a money grab, or do you think that he did something wrong? I don't think that he did anything wrong, except probably, miscalculated, misjudged, and he didn't see the writing on the wall. You know what I mean? And, for the scumbag lawyer, same way who took Deshaun Watson, and, all of a sudden Diddy got, 2 or 3 women, then it turned into 100,000 women. It's clearly a money grab. And if you have any guilt, dirt, something to hide, then you want to settle. And it's unfortunate because he comes from a moral high ground. If you watch his content, what plays, I think what was the other actor who he was
Darnell.
like, why you go for the daughter and not the moms? And then now even she came out, I guess the lady saying,
why
like,
you didn't date her mom? Why you?
That's the pot calling the kettle black, and you talk like you've been around, and and you on this moral high ground, but yet you slinging in the mud and you wallowing in the dirt. And now we get to put the mirror up, and look through the window and see that you ain't all what you say to be. And that's what's unfortunate, because he about to lose some M's. Obviously, you got to step away from ESPN, etc. And whether he come out shining like a diamond, your name or in the public eye, you still looked at as the scum of the earth for somebody like a weirdo. Like I said, Jalen Rose, his daughter, looking at him like he's weird. And, MoniquE, like, yo, you don't need no 26. You don't need no 36. You need a older woman or woman in their 40s to cook you some, y'all heard the clip. And Shannon was, like just kind of looking at her because she was seeing through that nigga. It's like, nah, I don't want that. I want some young, tender buns. And what you going to talk about? They're not going to talk about nothing. They're going to talk about ass up. Face down, ass up. And that's the way we like to Doodle Brown. They role playing on some 50 Shades of Grey. 50 Shades of ShY. You know what I'm saying? Like, they're not talking about nothing. They're not talking about nothing. They're talking about, to the window, to the wall, to the sweat drip down my balls. Like, that's what they're talking about. You go on to dinner, and you playing our role play with some young tender buns. Obviously it's coming back to bite him in the ass. And, let's not act like just because she white, that black women don't do this, Asian women don't do this, Latino women don't do this. Let's not act like because she was 19, 20, I guess she's 22 or 3 now, that older women don't do this. We see plenty of older women pull the same thing. So, if this never happened, this situation, will we still be saying that he lacked dick discipline? If everything went smooth and she got what she wanted, she got paid for her services, he got what he paid for, we wouldn't be saying anything. We only saying something because she white, and it's like, oh, that's what happens when you play in the snow. But when it's black women dealing with white guys, it's not the same energy. When it's an older woman doing the same shit, it's not the same energy. And, I'm not triggered and I ain't mad. I know the internet ain't no real place, and people just be in echo chambers. And if they riding for you, they riding with you. And if they not riding with you, then anything you do is going to be looked at, with the funny style and the side eye. We're going to be looking like, nah, we ain't rocking with you. You know what I mean? Like he's gay, even though now he got the accidental live with Michelle. Come to find out, he knocking all these joints down, or a lot of them. He on them blue diamond pills, as he like to playingly say, and talking about his hip work and all that. And come to find out, he was doing a lot of shit that he was playing, on camera with. It's just that it comes back to bite him in the ass. But age don't have no factor on people being bad people. Race and your ethnicity don't have no say on you being a good person or a bad person. There's plenty of scammers and things like, people out here doing nasty work, and he ended up just getting caught up. I'm not paying shit. I'm not offering 10 million, 5 million. I'm not offering a dime. What I will be offering up is the full, power of my resources and how they extend to proving you wrong and my innocence, and also to bury you, financially, and to get you out of business. Because I'm just surprised that people still, giving this dude credibility or letting him walk into a courtroom with some court documents of a lawsuit. talking about the TonY BuzBee or Bugsby or scum of the earth scumbag that the lawyer that he is. Anything with his name on it should be considered dirt. How could it not be? How could we even take you serious? You know, for me, if I had big time money, you know what I'm saying, and I was looking for a lawyer to get me a couple dollars, I wouldn't be thinking about him at all. I wouldn't be looking in his direction at all because your name is sullied. You know what I mean? And you ain't got no credibility. And we know that when it comes to integrity and your credibility, once it's shot, people ain't rocking with you. But y'all let me know what y'all think in the comments. But y'all know who it is. Popovich from Popovich TV. We live, we rolling, we unscripted, we authentic, that feeling. Back up in here one more again. Yeah, kid.